All right, so we're here. Banus, you say Banus or Banus? Banus, I'm gonna say Banus. I pronounce it Banus. Here at Banus Gym for back and rear delt day today. So I've just kicked off my growth phase after a nice little rebound after the Dubai Pro. We're about 5 to 6 weeks post-show. Everything's come back health marker wise really well, so we're ready to start pushing it. I'm in the first week now of this growth phase. So the goal of today's session and this whole first week is training not to pure failure. Every exercise I'm doing, I'm going and training to 3 reps in reserve. So stopping about 3 reps short of failure. Nothing too extreme, which is a bit of a mental battle. But the whole idea behind this is number 1, prioritizing getting my rep execution and my connection with the target muscles A1 on point without overdoing it and without digging the body into a hole. And then for the coming few weeks, we've got that standard of really quality reps and really quality execution to then progress upon, increase intensity, increase load, increase strength, increase volume. So this is like this week is purely just setting the base. So I'm gonna run you through my back and rear delt day of how I set the tone for a new program. And then we'll watch everything come to life. But we're at a point now, we're starting this growth phase off. Week 1 of the growth phase, the Dubai growth phase. I'm here to get big. We did the Dubai Pro show end of July, and my feedback from judges was purely just get bigger. So that's what we're here to do, get absolutely jacked. Pre-workout going in, then we're gonna run you through the back day from Banus. All right, so new program. I got this all on my phone. This way I can log all my lifts. So nice and detailed, my coach lays this out for me. I don't have to think about it. I'm just gonna focus on the set that's at hand. So what we've got to start off is a seated row. As we said, the goal is just executing this perfectly, really trying to target the back, which is a weak point for me. So making sure that I'm using the back, not getting carried away and using too much bicep and trap. This one we're gonna go 2 top sets with plenty of warm-up sets to get a feel for it. And then we're into the magic work. The way I like to set up warm-up sets, if I've decided I'm going for 2 top sets, I'll normally do approximately 3 to 4 warm-ups. And what it's gonna involve is 1 really light set like this one, just to get blood flow into the area. Second set, I'll hit it about 50% of my working load. The next one will be close to working load, and then I'll normally do 1 test set at what I predict my top weight to be to get a feel for it, make sure we're on par with where I'm feeling my strength is at, and then we crank it hard. So the back's gonna be nice and warm and primed perfectly before I'm gonna crank it and sort of push it hard. Checking the program. We've got 8 to 12 reps, 3 reps in reserve. It's a mental game, this rep and reserve stuff. My mind just wants to go to the max, but pulling it short is always gonna save you more room to progress long term. So be smart, stick to the plan, more size will come. 8 to 12 reps. All right, moving on. Rows complete. We've got a bit of lat pull down work to hit next off. 10, 7. Sweet, all right. Oh. So light set to get a bit of blood flow to the lat, and a medium set, get a feel for it, And then for this one, the third set, if we're feeling good, we're gonna crank it into my first of 2 working sets. So we're straight into a working set now. So I've got a few feeler sets, found the load that I need. Now we're going 8 to 12 reps. Neutral grip lat pull down on this absolutely juicy machine. Reps. So this one, just reading my instruction list as we speak. So we're going a low to high row, focusing a little bit more upper back. We've got 2 sets per side, single arm unilateral work. And then after we've done both working sets, I'm coming into a shrugging motion. So same idea, but instead of rowing the whole way out, I'm just isolating that trap, mid trap, by shrugging and relaxing. Get that last little bit of squeeze and juice out of the tank. A few warm-up sets, get a feel for it, and then we've got 2 top working sets. So my main focus lately with most of my back movements is trying to relax my hands and relax my biceps. For me, having like almost over-dominant biceps and a weaker back, if I'm not careful, I'll tense too hard through my hands, therefore engaging too much bicep, and then missing out on engagement through the back. So my goal is using these straps here to force me to try and relax the arms, focus on just isolating that back as much as possible. And anyone who's struggling to build their back, that's normally number 1, relaxing the hands, relaxing the arms, isolating the back so we're not missing out on back recruitment in place for more arm recruitment. You can always go to hit your bicep curls separately later on. So back now, arms separate.
Here we go.
So I'm always timing my rest periods between sets. And this is not to restrict my rest periods and make them shorter. It's more so to make sure that I'm not getting too eager and going into the next set too early. If you do go into your next set too quickly, you're likely gonna fatigue due to the lack of oxygen and cardiovascular fatigue. We wanna make sure we're as fresh as possible for the next set without resting for too long. Like, we wanna make sure the muscle's still engaged, blood flow's still nice and high, but keep it long enough to the point where the muscle is gonna fatigue first, not just you getting fatigued through breathing. I don't want people resting like a powerlifter, resting for like 10 minutes. But I want to find that balance where you're hitting your next set fresh as possible so that you can take every rep and every set to the max. All right, so we're on to deadlifts here. I haven't deadlifted in a very long time, so another reason why first week on program it's important to set yourself boundaries with your intensity. This is going to be focused more on just perfecting technique, making sure I'm moving properly, and then building on that base again. So a few sets, get the form right, one top set only, and then I can build upon that once I get back in the flow of performing deadlifts perfectly again, using the right areas, keeping posture strict and bracing safely. Sweet. Get a feel for the weight and then we'll probably keep it that weight for today. Again, just focusing on keeping it really controlled. We're not powerlifting or anything here. It's purely just getting everything connected and working right safely and efficiently. So here we got a crucifix raise. So this one's sort of like a lateral raise, but we're coming up higher and wider and sort of spreading those arms upwards. Good way to hit the rear delts, side delts, and the traps together. So 2 working sets here, just getting a feel for the load. We'll crack into it this set. 2 sets, then we've got a little bit of isolated reverse fly work after that, and then we're gonna hit some posing practice. Finish her off out in the heat. 39 degrees, I reckon. Nine reps. So to finish off, we're just isolating the rear delts, cross body, reverse fly. Once we get to the top working set, we're going to set over 13 to 15 reps, and then straight into a partial rep set. We're keeping in the lengthened position, just pulsing half reps. Get that last bit out of the rear delt, and we're done. There you go.
Short rest and partial rest.
Alright, so the first back and rear delt day of the program, done and dusted. Week 1, like I said, 3 rep in reserve, which is a mental battle, because mentally we all just want to go balls to the wall every week, but this is about keeping a standard, fresh base that we can progress upon. As I said, if we're setting everything from ground 1, perfecting everything the first week, all that's left to it is just get better every week. So we've got room now to increase intensity by the week, increase weight by the week, increase volume by the week. So many avenues we can pick from to force the body to do more and demand more of the body. And all that's gonna do is make you stronger, make you build more muscle, and prolong the period you can spend being productive and continuously making improvements by the week. So that's ground 1, that's level 1, that's the base set. Now it's exciting because we get to progress upon those foundations, get strong, get huge over the next few weeks. That's back and delts done. We're gonna jump outside and do a few rounds of posing practice. Then it's get a meal in, back to work, call it a day. All right, so posing practice time. I'll make sure off season and prep, posing practice stays in. Just simple stuff that I run through 3 rounds of all my quarter turns and mandatory poses, just to make sure that I'm perfecting everything, keeping it in well practice, making sure that obviously when it's stage time for the next show, that it's effortless, thoughtless, and everything's perfect. So 3 rounds, and it's sort of a good excuse to check out the physique and see how we're progressing to being early days of this growth phase. Everything's starting to fill out nicely. The goal is to stay tight, stay lean. As we know, not only do you feel better about yourself and you get a better indication of your progress, but you're also going to be in a better spot to keep growing, keep absorbing food, and keep being optimal and effective in what you're doing if you can keep the body composition in check. So keeping it lean, getting big, keeping everything balanced. Practice posing, practice make sure everything's engaged, work on endurance, make it easy for stage time. Sweat in my eyes. 3 rounds done and dusted. Oh, damn. I'll wrap up the video then, eh? So as I catch my breath and as I try and keep the sweat from dripping out of my eyes, that is back and delt day number 1 done. Setting the base to progress, posing practice done. All about making sure that we're setting up for a massive and productive growth phase ahead. So this is pretty much the starting point of the Dubai growth phase. Stay tuned for more. A lot of mass to come. Getting big, keeping tight, having fun.
what it's all about. Let's do it. Whew.